what prompted this is I was just watching. I saw this short pop up in my feed again, wherein
Uh-huh.
Michael Jordan was on vacation.
Mm.
I think somewhere in Greece or something like that,
Right.
and then Sirius started playing.
Mm.
Okay, and you can see. I think you can see the his eyes light up.
Yeah.
He was happy to hear that
Right.
song, and I mean for us, right, growing up, every time we hear
Mm.
that song, we only think of one thing.
We all think of the Chicago Bulls.
We only think of the Chicago Bulls and Ray
Yep.
Clay. That's probably because that
Yep.
I think that I don't know. You're probably gonna agree with me with this one. The Bulls introduction with Ray Clay and Sirius is the best introduction of a team or a player or in any sport. Can we
Hands
agree on
down.
that?
Hands down. Hands down.
That's got to be it. Every
Yeah.
time you hear, I haven't even heard of the Alan Parsons
Mm.
project. Apart from I think a throwaway line in Austin Powers.
Uh,
I think that was that's what they call the death rate, the Alan Parsons project or something.
uh,
But every time I hear that song, you think about the way Ray Clay introduces people, that sound. I
yeah.
mean, your Chicago Bulls, and then
Mm.
the way he introduces Michael.
Mm. Oh.
That's right.
Yep.
That's the most memorable of it all. It became a
Yep.
theme song for Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Right, from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right. Every time you hear that, that's
Mm.
the first thing you think of.
Yep.
Is there any other memorable intros that you feel that takes you to another place?
Um. It just yeah, like just adding on to that, what our experience like watching the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. It just, like they just had to have their that type of, identity, that type of just a very imposing and a very and the use of that song "Serious" by the Alan Parsons Project. It's just that it gives teams like a sense of fear. Imagine you're the road team coming into Chicago, and and as soon as they shut off the lights, and and all the strobe lights come in, and and they have that. I even remember back then they had the on the jumbotron they had that animation. They had that animation sequence of like a bull running through the streets of Chicago.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the pretty much one of the best. Like hands down, I think the best
I think that's the best. I think
introduction
there's
in
no
history.
doubt.
Yeah,
I mean,
and yeah.
even if you don't know basketball, if you hear that and you watch Michael Jordan,
Yeah,
you're gonna know. You're gonna know.
yeah.
And it's so iconic, right? The way Ray. So the announcer's name is Ray Clay.
Ray
He's
Clay,
no longer
yeah.
with the Bulls
Yeah.
because at one point he made the announcement. He got fired from the Bulls announcing job because
Uh,
I think he did the announcement for another team.
oh,
What happened was he got fired, and then for Jordan's last game in Philadelphia,
uh,
instead of the PA from Philadelphia announcing Michael Jordan, they got Ray Clay to do the announcements for him. So
oh, yeah,
for the last time, he got to say from North Carolina,
yeah,
6'6", Michael Jordan. You know that's
yeah,
it's iconic. The fact that it's been what 20 something years since Michael
Right.
retired, and we're still talking
Yeah.
about this.
yeah.
It's insane. I mean,
Yeah.
the other thing I can think of, which is just as iconic,
Mm.
would probably be Michael Buffer.
Oh, of course.
Right? Every time you watch boxing,
Let's
not even
ready to
let's get ready to rumble.
rumble.
Right? That's it's so popular. It got trademarked,
Yeah,
and he wasn't even in. He was so popular that he wasn't just in boxing. He was in movies.
no,
He was in a movie.
everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, he wasn't. It wasn't wrestling, man. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He did that same for. He did the same thing for WCW, and the one thing that I love is that okay, I'm gonna compare him because the next guy on my list is his brother Bruce
Bruce. Yeah.
for the UFC.
Yeah.
With It's Time and
It's
they got
Time,
their
yeah.
own. Okay, so I'm gonna geek out a little bit here. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
what's entertaining for me for Bruce Buffer is how intense he gets.
Yeah.
So he kind of like he used to do every time he would announce fighters, he would
Yeah.
I think they called it the buffer turn or something like that internally.
Yeah. It's like
So he
spin.
would
Yeah.
jump around, spin around.
Yeah.
He stopped doing
Yeah.
that because he tore his ACL one time.
Uh.
So that's the trivia. So he's just intense when saying that, and
Yeah.
he was just he's right now the way they do it, it just hypes you up even more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But one thing I would say, this is a nitpick from me, okay? I'm gonna nitpick a little bit.
Yeah.
What I don't like about Bruce is so there's a lot of well, not Latinos. There's a lot of Portuguese fighters.
Right.
And there's a little bit more Latino fighters in the UFC, right? Mexicans, Argentinians, and I'm a nitpicker. Okay, so Bruce Buffer doesn't roll the R's when he says all these things. He says all
Oh
these
yeah.
phrases, okay, but Michael does.
Michael does. Yeah.
What I love about
El
Michael,
terrible.
yes, that's it, right? Yeah, Mexico, Enrique el Terrible. It just adds to the experience for me.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that Michael Buffer took the time to learn Manny's name,
Yeah.
because everyone was saying, everyone from the announcers. I mean, to be fair, it's a hard name to say.
Yeah.
Pacquiao, right? They'll
Yeah.
say Pacquiao or something like that.
Yeah.
It's Pacquiao. It's the way
Yeah.
it's you say.
Yeah.
And Michael eventually learned how to say that.
Yep.
Right? I know he elongated the syllables and all that, Manny Pacquiao,
Yeah.
but the way with Manny's recent fights, he said it properly. So I
Yeah.
appreciate the fact that
Yep.
Michael Buffer rolls the R's and learns how to pronounce these names, because it's better a bit when you pronounce it in the right way, right?
Yeah.
El Terrible, Marquez. It's just
Yep.
even the city names, the Mexican names, right? This is
El hombre del Tijuana, Mexico. Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing. It just adds to the experience, and I know he's old now, so he might retire soon. But
Yeah.
I've been happy. So thanks, Michael Buffer.
Yep.
Anything in your list you want to add?
I would say the Lakers, very unique. Lawrence Tanter with the bassy, your Los Angeles Lakers.
He sounds like he doesn't give a fuck, but he does, right?
Yeah.
He sounds like he doesn't care. He does like
Yep.
he's bored. Yeah. I mean, look, he's the voice that we hear a lot, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of insane. And there was this time in the Lakers history where while Lawrence, they right now they play some sort of hip hop beat,
Right.
generic beat. But way before, it was in the Kobe times when they would play Baba O'Reilly on top of
But
it.
who? Yeah.
Right? It's just you're hearing
That
the
was so cool.
iconic,
Yeah.
right? You're hearing that iconic riff
Yep.
for Bob O'Reilly, that piano riff that they play at the start,
Yep.
and then you get those players announced, and the
Yep.
the guy seems like he doesn't care, but it's just fun to hear.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of NBA guys to do that,
Yeah.
to kind of give some sort of excitement. The what's his name for the Pistons? John Mason.
John Mason, Detroit basketball.
Right? He'd
Yep.
have a unique way. I think he said Chauncey Billups.
Billups.
It's just exciting to hear.
Yep.
And then you had, I think the Heat did something similar with
Yeah.
they used to come out to Seven Nation Army.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I have my thoughts on the song. It's a great song, but I think it's a bit overplayed. But
Right.
it was just epic when
Yeah.
they used it for the Heat.
Yep.
Okay, I want to put one person in here.
Yeah.
So, so we're talking about the combat sports,
Yeah.
buffers and all that.
Mixed.
So
Yeah.
we're talking about MMA. So I want to
MMA,
put this name in there. Lenny Hart.
Oh.
So she's the
Pride
lady
lady
from
Yeah.
Pride FC, One
Yep.
FC. She's the way she says it is that she kind of sings it.
Yeah.
Right? She kind of sings it. And it's just
Yep.
memorable because she look. It seems like she's screaming, but she's
Yeah.
not.
But she's not.
She's
Yeah.
kind of she's kind of singing it.
Yeah.
you can't watch Pride FC without her. You can't
Right.
watch One FC without her.
Yeah.
I know she used to be One FC because I
Mm.
that's how I met her one time in
Yeah.
Singapore.
Right.
Such a sweet lady. She's so
Mm.
nice. And
Mm.
then um, I know that she's not part of that organization anymore, but you know that she made an impact because
Yeah.
the PA announcer for One FC still tries to copy her.
Oh.
You know she made an impact because
Right.
that's how they started to try to do it.
Yeah.
So let shout out to Letty Hart. I hope she's doing well. She's
Yeah.
again when I met her, she was such a sweetheart,
Uh,
and you know it was
and it's
pretty
crazy
nice.
because like the way she announces, it's like if like some some fighters did say that back in Pride, if you like probably talk, they probably talk like Rampage and and Vanderlei, like they would be actually be hyped whenever she would do the introductions.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's the way she says it.
Yeah.
And nothing more impactful when it comes to
Yeah.
introductions than
Yep.
if you're watching fights, if you're watching Pride FC, even the UFC, there's
Yep.
nothing more iconic an entrance
Yeah.
than Vanderlei Silva.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Vanderlei
Yeah.
Silva. Describe it. I look. I'm gonna geek out.
You
I'll
just
let you describe it.
it's just like this whole this whole mix of visuals and and all these strobes, and then he'll just like rise up from the platform, and then it's yeah it just screams like like it just screams like I'm one of the greatest to ever to ever be in this to ever be in this sport. So it's yeah, it's like the whole pomp and and pageantry of Vanderlei Silva's entrance with the strobe lights, the visuals, the music,
Oh, don't forget the music. It's
the music.
and
It's just
you can't forget that.
yeah.
If every time you hear Sandstorm,
Sandstorm.
you
Yeah.
either think about the club or you think about
Yep.
Vanderlei Silva beating your ass.
Yep.
That's what you think about when you hear that song. It just hypes you up. And then when you got
Yeah.
Lenny Hart announcing your name,
Launching the name. Yep.
it's just on a different level. Okay,
Yeah.
when Vanderlei comes out, he does his whole Muay Thai thing and he does
Yeah.
this handshake. That's an entrance right there. That's one of the
Yeah.
best entrances right there.
Yep.
One of the best ones I've seen, and this is what I hate about the AFC. They try to present it as a professional kind of thing,
Hmm.
right? But it's not supposed to be like the Japanese orgs know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
one guy, I think he's retired now, but he was a very entertaining guy to watch to watch fight because not just of his fighting style, but also his personality. So
Right.
Jason Mayhem Miller, he used to be. I don't know if you watch Bully
Jason
Beatdown,
Mayhem Miller.
He hosted that show as well.
Oh.
So that's why he's one of the most famous
Right.
MMA guys out there because of his personality. So when he was fighting in Dream FC,
Uh
he essentially came out to a dance number
huh.
with Japanese schoolgirls dancing with him. Okay, no, that's something you're never gonna see on American
No.
organizations or TV. But
No.
that was probably one of the best entrances
Yeah.
or intros that I've ever seen.
Yep.
Hey, you were talking about Nassim Hamed back in the,
Prince
What
Nassim
about him?
Ahmed. Oh gosh, yeah, like the entrance. He would. Normally I would see him enter the ring, being carried on a platform like a pharaoh.
is that because his name is Prince? Is that what
Prince, yeah.
Okay.
Prince Nassim Ahmed, yeah. And then there's this one entrance we just saw earlier, like he come in on a flying carpet. It's like-
That's insane. What
Yeah.
would you? I mean, it's such a risky entrance.
It's
if you
so
fall,
risky,
you fall.
yeah.
You lose your money if you do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, look, there. I want to end this with a little bit more. It's not an intro. It's not a PA announcer. It's more of a radio play by play.
Yeah.
So I want to give a shout out, and he's recovering from an illness right now. That's why he's not in the broadcast. But
Uh huh.
the San Francisco 49ers radio guy, Greg Papa,
Uh-huh.
is one of my favorite
Mm.
announcers,
Uh-huh.
and it's memorable for me because every time the Niners score a touchdown, he has a very specific way of saying it.
Oh.
Right? He says touchdown, touchdown, San Francisco.
Oh.
Every time he says that,
Right.
look, I watch the games on TV, but
Uh,
every time um after the game, I would try to go on YouTube and see the
mm,
radio version
right.
because I just want to hear Greg Papa say that,
Mm,
especially if there's been a lot of touchdowns for the
uh,
Niners in that game.
yeah.
So I don't think he's. I hope he's doing well. He's not. He's
Mm,
not working right now because he's recovering. So I
mm,
wish Greg Papa the best.
yeah.
He's very memorable for me,
Yeah.
and
And we
yeah,
were, yeah, we were pivoting now towards announcers. Like, we can talk about that in another episode. Like, who is like the best like sports announcers. I would really start with my all-time favorite, the legend himself, Chick Hearn.
Chick Hearn is going to be in that list. Yeah, we'll
Chick
take that. We'll
Hearn's
take
gotta
that.
be. We'll take that
We're,
one of these days.
we're gonna have a discussion about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull up my
Here,
list. Let's.
here and in the Philippines, because we've had pretty good
Oh,
people from
I
right